this bill goes far beyond that question, and it goes into areas that many states, including the state of Florida, and this Attorney General find to be something that is simply unconstitutional. And so sometime, probably tomorrow now, it looks like, whenever President Obama signs this bill into law, which he will do, we will file a lawsuit. And I'm going to be joined by at least 9 other attorneys generals in this lawsuit in the Northern District of Florida. That lawsuit will seek a declaration of unconstitutionality from the court based upon 2 primary areas. Number 1, the individual mandate provision that's in this bill that requires an individual, just for living, we call it a living tax on an individual, just for sitting in a chair and not doing anything, to be having to pay a penalty if they don't buy an insurance policy, a health insurance policy. So the law requires, it will come out and be signed by the president, that a person has to buy health insurance. And if they're not, they'll pay a fine or a tax. Secondly, the lawsuit is going to seek a declaration that the whole bill is unconstitutional on the basis that it manipulates the states into doing things that the states simply can't afford and breaks the sovereignty and is a violation of the 10th Amendment. So there are 2 basic principles here. Number 1, the Congress has exceeded its powers in terms of its requiring the individual mandate that anybody have to buy a health care policy or suffer a penalty of some sort of fine or tax. And number 2, that it violates the 10th Amendment rights of the states in that it goes far beyond an unfunded mandate and would literally cost the state of Florida alone billions of dollars in additional costs to be able to implement, not just the amount of money involved in the new additional enrollees in Medicaid. Now, the states that are joining us in this are South Carolina, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. We're being joined by Texas in this. The state of Alabama this morning agreed to join. We expect to have Pennsylvania and Washington State as well with us on this. And I'm probably forgetting somebody, but those are the 9 states that are joining us initially right now that we know of, and I expect we'll have more, maybe even more before we file the suit tomorrow.